So, on the significance of the Kathina robe offering, it is one of the important um, practice in Buddhism is offering the robe. Kathina robe, when we look at it, has two significances. One is a cultural significance, and another one is a spiritual significance. In terms of the cultural aspect, it's been a tradition from time of the Buddha, and it was basically started due to a few monks, about 30 monks were traveling to see the Buddha. Unfortunately, due to the heavy rain, they were not able to travel to the temple where the Buddha was. And as a result, for 3 months, they stayed in one temple observing this 3 months retreat. But as soon as the end of the retreat, so they walked to see the Buddha, and their robes were pretty much soaked and dirty. And as a result of that, then members of the community approached to the Buddha asking for whether is it possible to organize such a offering a robe, and that's how the tradition began. And that's why this is a culture that has been practiced since the time of the Buddha. And this is also, again, there are so many different, rules and regulations to offer it, which again, if you know that in order to organize this Kathina robe offering, a monk has to observe the 3 months retreat and also has to fulfill it without any breaks. And after that, meantime, the members of the community has to come up to the monk and say that we would like to offer this Kathina robe for your completion of the retreat. And with that, the Kathina robe can be offered within only 1 month time. After that, you cannot offer. But what the beauty of this culture is that one monk cannot organize or cannot have this Kathina robe offering. And similarly, one particular family also cannot organize by that family alone. It got to be organized mutually, working together from both sides and both communities. So that's why this is a tradition to illustrate the working together as a unity, so-called samadhi, working together to fulfill this ceremony. And this fulfillment of this ceremony, again, culturally, it is to support the temples and the monasteries so that they can carry on keeping the tradition go on. By financially supporting, it will help to keep the center going on, and in the meantime, monks will have sufficient enough to survive in the monastery so that they can continue the sasana or the teachings of the Buddha continue on by preserving, preventing, and also promoting. So that's why this is the the cultural aspect of this tradition. That's why in monasteries it's been a tradition to organize this Kathina ceremony not only to fulfill the Buddha's requirement, but also bringing the community together and also raising this fund to support our ongoing construction of Uposatha Hall, meditation hall here, which we have already started, and a foundation has been completed, and possibly around March or March time we will start again. So by April or May we will have a new Uposatha hall. So with that, then we will be able to organize other events more effectively. In terms of the spiritual aspect, the Kathina ceremony annually how often we come to the temple? Very rare. Yeah? Because of the family business, because of the work that we have to do, and we have to travel and take care of the family, and so as a result of that, we have a very little time to come to the temple and learn the Dhamma, learn the teachings. So at least once a year, if possible, and which is again is you can do it, it would be nice to have you all every week so that we can learn the Dhamma and practice the Dhamma. However, since you are busy with that, at least this Kathina ceremony is an opportunity that, okay, we are organizing this Kathina ceremony, could you come to join with us? That's the one way of saying. Another one is, we are organizing the Kathina ceremony. Would you like to sponsor for the food or for support the temple or the monks' travel and so on? That's also, in a way, we are sharing this news to the other members. Yeah? So this is, in a way, not only we are being part of the making a merit and contributing to the community, but also we are inviting other members to be part of it too. So we are building the relationship. So as a result of that, you may see my messages going around. Normally I do not text personally to each people, each members. But when the Kathina comes, I post everybody, saying that, okay, we are having a Kathina, we are having a Kathina, we are having a Kathina. So it's another way is building a relationship with our members. Whoever I know, doesn't matter whether they are in Scotland, in England, in Europe, in America, everywhere, whoever I know, I just post, send them a private message saying that we are having a Kathina on this day, would you like to sponsor? It's like a good news spreading. Yeah, that's why it's even just the sharing of one good news can make a big difference. Better share good news than the bad one. Yeah? So once a year, that's why whoever know me, they will receive this message that we are having a Kathina ceremony. Yeah? So this is, in a way, we are sharing this good news and giving the opportunity for our members, doesn't matter where they are, to make a merit. Sometimes they offer some amount, sometimes they say sadhu. At least they have expressed the appreciation of this good news. That's also merit too. So, in a basic term, simply we are raising this awareness to develop this good merit in us. So that's the basic spiritual progress. Now further on, those who are close by and those who can afford, they will offer. Offer as a dana, offer as a sponsoring food, sponsoring flowers, fruits and travels and other things. That's also, you become a part of this process of learning to give things away, so-called the dana, and that's how you're gaining this a merit. And this is also, as I normally say, that offering, do not think that this is a very small offering. Every offering, doesn't matter how small and how big it is, it has a big impact on ourselves. We are learning to share, which is very difficult for most of the people. We think of how much we get, but we forgot how much we receive. We receive a lot from so many people every single day. If we can contemplate on that giving, then we know how to share. So that doesn't matter how small that sharing, share it. So that's why in our Kathina ceremony always, we never put the limits that how much. There are so many people text me and then ask, how much for one tree? How much for one sponsor? Like that. I say, it's up to you how much you want to, how much you are able to. So that's how you're offering from your heart. When you're offering from your heart, basically you are learning to let go and learning to share with other members. And that sharing actually helps to deal with our emotions as well. Oftentimes we become a victim of our own engagement with our other members. Sometimes we see things and we don't like. Sometimes we hear things we don't like. Like even now, I'm giving a talk and someone were probably talking here and there, and that make you maybe feel that's annoying. So that time also you can think about it, how much you're taking it in on. And at that time, again, if you be mindful, what happened? Yeah, you will be able to let go of that feeling, that emotion. So that's another form of looking at spiritual cultivation. And further on, this is not just that we alone doing, we are doing together. So we are making a big difference by doing it together for the greater benefit. And that's, we are expressing or we are demonstrating our unity, that we are coming together to do something good. And this good not only for us, but for every one of us. So that like the meditation hall, like the center that we have, it's not just for one individual person, but it is for all of us to come and use it. As I said always, don't forget to come and use the temple. Doesn't matter how many times you come, just come and use it. Only trouble is you do not come and use it. So please come and use it as much as you can. Okay? And in the meantime, do not think that this is Ajahn Sujan's temple. Think that this is our temple. Yeah? So that we can look after together for our own good and for our communities can come and learn the good things together. So that's how we are spreading this spiritual growth within ourselves, as well as spreading to the other members to learn the Dhamma, and that's how we grow together. And eventually, it is obvious that we will face with the different troubles in our life. When we come to face with the different troubles in our life, alone cannot solve. If you are solving alone, it takes a lot of time and a lot of difficulties, and sometimes you do not know how to deal with that trouble. But if we are doing together, then it can be solved much, much easier. So in this way, all the troubles that we are having, doesn't matter what, if we come together, we can solve it, and that's how we can find the peace and harmony within ourselves. So that's why the Kathina ceremony is something that we're coming to do together. And then learning these skills so that we can deal with any troubles that we face in our life and even in the community. Further on, the benefits, rather than thinking only for this life, if you look at the benefit of offering the Kathina, or offering, even doesn't matter what, whatever you offer, it has a benefit in this life as well as coming lives. And that also a cause for the attainment of a Nibbana too. So that's why it's a very significant event in the Buddhist calendar that we are celebrating today, and we are very fortunate to have our main sponsor, June and Ek, and along with Yada. Where is Nisha? No, over there, Nisha. So the family who led today's event to have a successful event. In the meanwhile, also would like to thank you all the volunteers and all the sponsors who sponsor this Kathina rope today and become a successful. And all the funds that we received today will be going to support the meditation hall. So from this, all the trees that offered today, we received 3,065 pounds. Okay? And then from online, we have just over 2,000 pounds. And then I have one more set here, which I haven't counted yet. So this this one as well. Okay, this one set here which I will later give it to Varuni and ready to count, and will know the exact amount. But for now, we received 3,065 pounds today. So sadhu. So I wish you all the best, and also thank you very much for coming along to take a part on this event. With this, may the Triple Gem, the Buddha Dhamma Sangha bless you. Whatever you may have a good wishes, may that come true too. Sadhu.